I am appealing to the teachers to call off the industrial strike. And all those members of the union who are participating in industrial action to resume duty immediately. And let me add, 1 week, not beyond 1 week from today, not beyond 1 week from today. And if you don't do so, you'll be regarded as having abandoned duty, and you'll be regarded as having resigned accordingly. So I'm calling all the managers of teachers, the chief administrative officers, and the town clerks, the district city education officers, as well as the resident district commissioners, to check on compliance and ensure proper tracking of attendance to duty by all public officers, specifically the teachers, and inform us accordingly. And then, if this 1 week gap, this 1 week breathing space is not adhered to, action will be taken. Let me end with an appeal to the teachers. Once again, teachers, I'm appealing to you to go back to your classroom with immediate effect today. And if not, then you'll be regarded as having abandoned duty and having resigned. The 90 days notice contained in your letters, in those letters that have been written, do not meet any legal requirement. They don't. And accordingly, any plans by unions to proceed with industrial action under the circumstances are illegal and should not be pursued. They shouldn't. One, government has been fulfilling its commitment to pay all public officers a competitive salary in line with the approved pay policy principles and the approved long-term pay targets in a phased manner. And we have stuck that commitment, and we've done it. In fact, the teachers, all of them from primary up to university, in this phased approach, have received increment 3 times. 3 times. We have just started the budgeting process for the next budget, for next year. The budget conference was held. Consultations, budget consultations in the local governments are going on as we talk now. And other stakeholders are being consulted now on the budget priorities. Ministry of Public Service has already submitted the enhancement requirements for the financial year 2026-2027, which includes the requirement for all teachers who are below the 25% threshold to be considered. Once again, I want to appeal to the teachers and their leaders, labor unions, and all the public officers to continue serving the country with zeal and commitment that they have always exhibited. Once again, I am repeating the appeal, particularly to the teachers, to go back to the classroom and teach, given the fact that government has really put them on the priority list for enhancement. In addition to enhancement, government has put other incentives for the teachers. 2 teachers' circles have been provided to up the tune of 40 billion shillings to help the teachers at least make ends meet. During the recent negotiations with the arts teachers, government agreed to ensure that beginning the next financial year, teachers in a phased manner will be given accommodation at their places of work, in addition to other sectors like health and so on, which are going to be given accommodation. Government is also exploring ways and means of making sure that maybe the pay as you earn, particularly for teachers, is waived. They are still exploring. The Ministry of Finance is looking at this. They'll soon give a report. The teachers also wished that maybe 4 of their biological children are given tuition, free tuition in government schools. The Ministry of Education and Finance are exploring that option. What does this all amount to? It amounts to the fact that government is concerned, government is committed, government is empathetic towards the teachers and their plight. So, given that situation and the long history of a cordial relationship, it is a breach of trust for teachers to lay down their tools, particularly now when promotion exams are about to be administered. It's just a direct kick in the teeth. Commitment to improving the welfare of all public officers. He pledged to pursue collective solutions, including a phased salary increment with a commitment to enhance the salary of humanities teachers by 25% of the 77% approved long-term pay targets in financial year 2026-2027, among others. There are other improvements which the President has suggested, and these are being programmed to see how best they will be effected. The Ministry determined financial requirements for enhancement of the humanities teachers as well as for the public universities, the primary school teachers, and other public officers who are earning below 25% of the 77% approved long-term pay targets. This has been submitted to the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development for consideration in the budget for the financial year 2026-2027, next year's budget. The calculations have been submitted and they are being given consideration. As shown above, the consultations and negotiations on salary enhancement are still ongoing, and the dispute settlement machinery has not been exhausted. I am also not aware that any union obtained a certificate signed by the chairperson of the Public Service Negotiating and Consultative Council as required by law. I'm not aware of that. So, in view of this, the 90 days notice contained in your letters, in those letters that have been written, do not meet any legal requirement. They don't.